Hello, I am the Rockland County bus enthusiast, and today I'm going to tell you about the beautiful fleet of Rockland BOCES. Now, I just love their fleet, and I can't wait to tell you guys about their fleet, since I am probably the only one in this whole YouTube thing that even knows it. And I really like the fleet, and I might as well tell you about what awesome stuff they have. So, what they used to have. So, the oldest bus that I was able to see anywhere, like on auctions and all that stuff, is 80, and that's a 1991 Corbel Chevy, or a GMC, I'm not sure which one. In fact, actually, the oldest one was 62. That was really old from the 80s. Now, anyways, 85 was a Vista, well, Thomas Vista. 88 was a midbus. 89 was a Corbel. 90 was also a Corbel. I have no idea what 91 was. Now, I know 92 was a Thomas built Minotaur. 5 columns. Well, I'm at 5 windows. I have no idea what 93 is. 94 is an old Thomas Minotaur. 5 windows. I have no idea about 95. 96 is also a Thomas Minotaur. 5 windows. 97 is a Thomas FS65 for built in 2005. No idea about 98 or 99 or 100. But I know 101 is a Thomas C2. 102 is a Thomas Minotaur Handicap GMC. 5 windows, and so is 103 and 104. I believe 105 is a Thomas Minotaur 4-window GMC, because then that would be able to fit 106. The lone guy who got in an accident. 107, I think, was also one. Also with 4 windows, just like the other two. 108, I believe, was a Collins Grand Bantam tiny handicap Chevy, because then that would be able to be with 109, which was also tiny. 110 was a Collins Grand Bantam with the black WL covers. 111 was exactly the same thing, but just without the black around it. I have no idea about 112. Actually, never mind. 113 and 114 were the nation's very first hybrid handicap school buses, which were Collins Grand Bantams. 115 was a Collins Grand Bantam that used to go to my school when I was in kindergarten. I have no idea, but okay, maybe that was that, but I'm not sure. But it could have been. It's very possible that B116, if that was the number, was a Chevy Suburban, just like B117 and B118. 119 was Rockland BOCES' very first Collins Next bus. It got in an accident. There's also 120. 121, 122, 123, and 124, I believe, might have been Starcrafts, but it's very possible they were also Collins Next buses. 125 was a Collins Next bus handicap. 126 was just a normal Collins Next bus. 127 was a Bluebird, which you would not expect Rockland BOCES to have. 128 was a Collins Next bus. By the way, most of the Next buses that I'm saying, they have 5 windows. I was on 129 before. It's a Ford Collins Next bus handicap. And there's B130, a Transtech SST 4 windows. And so are B131 and B132. B133, B134, and B135 are Transtech SSTs, 5 windows. B136 is a Transtech SST with 6 windows. B137 was a handicapped Transtech SST, 6 windows. I was on it before. B138 was the exactly same thing. B139, B140, B141, and B142 were Transtech ST Aero Chevys, 4 windows. B143 and B144 were Transtech SST, 4 windows. B144 was my bus in 2018 part of the time. 145 and 146 were very nice Chevy Suburbans. B147 was a Transtech SST handicap, 6 windows. B148 was an ICCE. B149 was also an ICCE but with lug nuts. B150 was a Transtech SST Chevy handicap. 151, 152, 153 were all Collins Next Buses Chevys handicaps, 5 windows. B154, B155, B156, B157, B158, B159, B160, B161, all Dodge Grand Caravans. I was on almost every single one of those except for B155. B162 and B163 were Transtech SST Chevy handicaps, 6 windows. B164, a bus that I was on before, is a Transtech SST Chevy, 5 windows, and so was B165. 166, 167, 168, 169, 170, and 171 were Collins Next Bus Chevy handicaps, 5 windows. 166 through 169 had black rub rails. I wasn't on any of them. 170 and 171 had yellow rub rails. I was on both of them. 172 was just your lone Collins Next Bus regular Chevy, no handicap, 5 windows. B173, I'm gonna miss this bus. It was a Transtech SST Chevy handicap, 5 windows, and it got in an accident in 2017. I'm gonna miss that bus. I'm gonna really miss it. B174 and B175 are ICCE handicap school buses. B176 was a Transtech SST Chevy, 6 windows. B177, B178, those were Transtech SST Chevys with handicap on it, 6 windows. B179, which I was on, was a Transtech SST Chevy handicap, 5 windows. B180 was a Transtech SST Chevy, 6 windows. B181 and B182 are both Transtech SST Chevy handicaps, 6 windows. B183, the lone bus, was a Transtech SST Chevy handicap, 5 windows. I think a sister to B179. B184, a Transtech SST Chevy, 5 windows. 185, 186, and 187 were 2018 Collins Next Bus Chevy, 5 windows, regular, non-handicap. I was on 185 before when it was only, I think, less than 2 months old. B188 is a Transtech SST Chevy, 5 windows, and so were B189 and B190. B191 and I believe B192 as well were Transtech ST Aero Chevys, 4 windows. I believe I saw B193 before. It was this Chrysler. And I believe B194 and B195 are the same exact thing. But I can't confirm that yet. B196 and B197, sister Transtech ST Aero Chevys that I have been on both of them. In fact, I have a little story to tell you about B197. So one time, it was a Friday. in 2021, my bus was going on exit 14B, and my bus driver apparently smelled what smelled like burning in the bus, and he got us to get out of the bus immediately. Fortunately, no one's hurt, and the bus was fine. Although I hope I'm never on that bus again, but I really like it still. I like the number and the bus itself. I just feel a little dawned about the fact that if it will happen again, if I ever go on a Rockland BOCES bus again. B198, B199, B200, and B201 were all Chrysler minivans. B202 and B203 were Collins Next Bus Chevys, but they had 4 windows, not 5, 4. B204, B205, and B206 are Collins Next Bus Chevys, handicap, 5 windows. B207 and B208 are matching Transtech ST Aero Chevys, 4 windows. B209 and B210 are both Transtech ST Chevys, 6 window. B211 is a Transtech SST Chevy handicap, 6 windows. I think that was originally going to be my bus when I was in summer school in 2021, but I had B197 instead. B212 is finally AICCE 2021 model year. B213, B214, B215, B216, B217, B218, and B219 are all Transtech SST Chevy handicaps. All 6 windows, and I was on B218 when it came to rescue me from B197's terrible fate. B220 and B221 are matching Transtech ST Aero Chevys, 4 windows. B222, B223, and B224 are Transtech SST Chevys with 6 windows and a yellow roof. Not a white roof, but a yellow roof. B225 and B226 also have yellow roofs and are ICCEs. I have no idea what B227 is, or B228. I feel like I saw B229 before, but I am not sure. I have no idea about B230, B231, B232, B233. Oh wait, I know B233. B233 is a Collins Next Bus Chevy handicap, 5 windows, and so was I think B234. B236, I believe I saw that before, what is a Transtech SST Chevy with 6 windows. B237 is a 2023 ICCE. B238 is a Transtech SST Chevy handicap, 6 windows. I have no idea about B239 or B240 or B241. I know B242. That is a Transtech SST, 6 windows. And so is B243. B244, B245, B246, B247, B248, B249, B250, B251, B252, I don't know any of those, B253, B254? Well, you went pretty high up and you saw a bus. Well, I did. And B254 is a Collins Next Bus Chevy, 5 windows. I believe it's a 2024 model, and that's pretty cool. Now, that's all I know about Rockland BOCES, is this awesome bus fleet. So, because of their bus fleet, I had some of the best years of my life riding those buses.